Hello everyone and welcome back to Aladdin channel. Today we have one more video with Mama Yati behind the camera. Hello Yati.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, and she prepared some questions for me. Let's get started.
Yes, Joe. I have since knowing you, I have few things that on my mind, and my first question is, when you start to have interest in this video shooting and editing? Because the past
yeah.
1 month I have a great
Yeah,
experiencing you doing the job.
Actually I started to have this feeling like or that passion or something like that 5 years ago, but
Oh, not that long.
yeah, not that long, but I started to take actions 3 years ago. And let me surprise you, just I start to take it serious a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah, because before that, like during this 3 years, I stopped sometimes, like for a couple of months, and like just make a new video, and then after that, stop again using my cell phone. And after that, I bought my gear, like this camera. Just bought it maybe 5 months ago, something like that. Camera and the microphone, and gimbal. Just I put it here
Oh.
in Malaysia, like 2 months ago or a month and a half, something like that. Yeah.
What made you fall in love or like this career?
Um, I realized something. I am a visual thinker.
Okay.
Like for me, I imagine things better than read it. Like I don't like to read, by the way. I
Yeah.
like to watch videos or movies to get me this idea. One more thing, like for me, like if I learn English, like English is like letters and words, but Chinese is characters. So like for me, Chinese is much easier than English. Like I can read the Chinese and you can read Chinese characters.
When you start doing, then that's where you realize that you are gifted with that skill. Because when you are doing video shooting with us, we have no idea what you're doing, but when you see the end
Yeah, I
result,
see,
it was
yeah,
like,
like-
wow.
Yeah, few weeks ago when I start to make a new video here or with you, like just all of them stare at me, and then like I just
This,
like hold the camera and with my hands like this, and then like what's he doing? And so after that, when you see that, yeah, you realize that thing.
yeah. So I realized that whenever we talk about making video, so as we were talking and discuss, you were already visualize it in your mind.
Yes.
And that's why your result, you're really gifted in that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that come to my second question.
Yeah, perfect.
So when you start to have that interest, so how did you gain the knowledge? Did you go to proper education?
Self-study.
Self-study?
Yeah.
How you do that?
YouTube tutorials.
Just YouTube tutorial,
Yeah,
but
just
it's
YouTube
so
tutorial.
technical, because when I saw you doing the editing,
Okay, let me tell you something, because I start to have this feelings, as I mentioned, 5 years ago, but the story starts maybe 9 years ago. When I started to do this, I wanted to learn After Effects, Adobe After Effects. Then I went, first of all, I downloaded that app and setup, and then I start to learn like step by step. Drop menu, and then file, new, open project, and then after that I lost interest, and like, oh, it's boring for me.
yes.
Then I like
You stop.
uninstall the app right away, and okay, I give up. But after that, when I mean 3 years ago, which means 6 years later, I realized I can learn with a new way. How? To create a small project. Like, okay, now I want to make a video, and some videos inspired me a lot. Like, oh, someone make that amazing video, I want to make this thing. No, you have to calm down, step by step, take this thing. So like I started to realize that, and that because I solved already one of my biggest problems in my entire life, which is English. I couldn't speak English at all.
Yeah, you.
But yeah, we can talk about this later in another video. But when I realized the way, how to improve this skill, I start to learn this thing from YouTube. Like, okay, I'm going to make this project, then search on YouTube how to
Step by step.
yeah, how to add soundtrack. Okay, and just watch some tutorials. Day by day, month by month, I got experience. That's like how could I.
Yeah.
Some people, other people, like they want to take a course or something like that. It's okay. It's up to you. But just take an action. This is the most important thing. You have to take an action. Yeah.
And I notice you are very disciplined in learning something new. And when you are in a work, I notice that you are take things very precise.
Yeah. You have to apply two things:
Yeah. What are the two things?
discipline
Mm-hmm.
and consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discipline and
Yes.
consistency. Small thing.
But consistently do.
Consistency. Yeah. Consistently to do this, then you get the experience day by day. Yeah.
Okay, understood. You did mention about another things that to give you the urge to do it.
Ah.
You did mention about having a habits.
Yeah, like, but I will talk about a habit, not habits, because if you want to create a habit, or if you want to create habits, then you have to start with just only one thing. How to create a habit? Uh, First of all, I treat myself as two people,
Mm.
me and myself. So I want to do something, but myself is lazy, wants to take a rest, like to hang out, to sleep, to. Okay, okay, okay. Then I'm going to make like a small target. It's easy to make, then, but you have to stick with this thing. Then, week after week, maybe after a month, 2 months, you create that habit. Then you can apply a new habit with this thing. Then, and you can find a lot of tutorials on YouTube about this and smart goals, how to write down a smart goal, and all of these things. Like, it's not, this video is not about this thing, but yeah.
So in other words, you never have proper qualification or certification. It's just your own self-learning. That's amazing.
Yes, yes. No,
Okay.
like my
Because the interest push you
yeah, my
to learn.
yeah, interest pushed me. Yeah, but like I have been looking for that for a long time. Like, what's my I was looking for myself, and finally I start to find that and realize that, yeah,
You're
I'm
good
a
at
video
that.
creator and I will be a director and blah 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 and all of these things. But I had to try first to find that thing. And the last thing, hard work works.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pay
hard
off.
work works. Yeah.
So this come to my last question. So what's next?
You mean what's next about
Then
videos?
what's your purpose or future plan in inquiring? Because from just interest, now I see that it started to be part of your career and
Oh my god,
income.
I'm sweating because it's freaking
It's-
hot.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's hot. Yeah.
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 So first start as interest, then you start to create a habits to become good at it. And I see since you're here, you start to realize that you can make a business out of it. So what is your future plan relating to this video making?
Okay, like actually, I have high expectation in this thing. Then may I keep it for me now because I like to play smartly with this thing. Like, because sometimes if you have that high expectation or like that dream, sometimes like people around you destroy your dream because of that, make fun or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
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 So I hope one of the thing that you can consider in future is as what we discussed, making a lot of good videos about Langkawi. And even
Yes.
before under this lockdown, I
Yeah.
think you almost get some business.
Yeah, I already get some offers, but like, yeah, okay, like just we will wait for that lockdown to finish, and then I can
All the
catch
best
up
to
like
you.
all of the plans. Thank you, thank you. And do you have any more questions?
No more question. I just want to share that I hope there'll be more informative video because we talk about a lot of topics, and I hope you can.
We will. And if you guys, if you
Any
have any
question?
more questions, you can write it down in the description below or like the comment section below. Okay, thank you and
Thank
see you
you.
soon. Bye bye.